Live from the studios of Mississippi Public Broadcasting, it's the Gestalt Gardener. Now, here are your hosts, Felder Rushing and Dr. Dirt.
Good morning, good morning. Ain't it a great morning, Dirt?
Good morning, Felder. It's a great morning.
It's a beautiful day to be in the Magnolia State or any place in this part of the country.
You know, I'm retired from the university after decades as an extension horticulturist, and when I retired, I said, I want to keep doing so. I want to give back to my state. Dirt and I had this opportunity to show that people can get along. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, who your mama and them are, what church you go to. We have an opportunity to share with other people and pull people together into not exactly a community, but we call it a tribe.
That's what we try to do with the Gestalt Gardener. The definition for it means the whole thing, everything that related, like overlapping, relating to gardening. And we talk about everything that's related to it. We're going with the things that we have in common, and the differences, we're going to celebrate them.
When we get on the radio together, he calls me Professor, I call him Dirt, okay? And we compliment each other.
He's just another nutty gardener like I am. I enjoy being on there. Like Felder and I have a great time.
Bruce is calling from Holly Springs. Hi, Bruce. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Well, y'all are pretty special, too, but you ain't much to look at.
Hey, and we can take it a step further. We don't smell that good either.
But we on radio right now.
I love your show.
I was riding around with a friend, Rita Hall, looking for gardens. And we came across this woman in Edwards who had a lot of flowers. And I complimented on her. She said, if you think that's something, you ought to see my nephew who lives around the corner.
Kept saying, you have some beautiful flowers. And I kept saying, no, I don't. My faith that I worship created this here, and they're not mine. And he wanted to take pictures, but I still didn't know that he was Felder Rushing.
He just dismissed me. He didn't care who I was. I didn't tell him, you know, that I'm write for the paper, do radio and all.
Then he came back, I guess, 6 months, 3 months later, and back and forth, and he had a radio show he used to call in a lot, too.
And I decided to have him as a guest one time, and we just clicked because even though I've got horticulture training, at heart I'm a gardener.
But it's like 9 years ago, and we've gradually, over the 9 years, have developed a friendship.
He approaches things with a real smack-on, just jump right into it type of approach, and I kind of wallow it around in my mind a little bit before I get around to it.
Do you ladies know this?
I admire the fact that he just does it. And he's amused by the fact that I get balled up in all the reasons why it might not work.
He's a horticultural professor that's becoming a very good gardener. He might not like me saying so, but I say it as Dirt, Dr. Dirt.
We share that spirit that a lot of people have, not everybody, but a lot of people do. It's the difference between trying to fix a fancy meal or just slapping something together, you know, if it's for company or it's for family. Well, we're family. I met Dirt's mother, Millie, one time, and she was real nice to me and polite and all. My mother just ate Dirt up. She just loved him. She called Dirt one of her boys, you know, one of her children. Matter of fact, on our radio program, we always feel like that our mothers are standing right behind us, going to smack us on the back of the head any minute.
Reed calling from Loosedale. Hey, Reed.
I wonder if one of you guys could handle redoxamorphic. That means mottled dirt. Mottled.
Like the Miss America of dirt?
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't look that good, but she won a talent contest, so let's plant something in it.
Okay, great.
Some people are good fishermen, they're good gardeners, they're good hunters, good cooks, and they share a certain type of intelligence called, it's called naturalistic intelligence. In gardening, we call it the green thumb, and Dirt is just eat up with it. He has a hidden garden in a small town in rural Mississippi, and when people discover it, they come back because there's something real there.
We moved here and towed the yard up, my sisters and I, because right here used to be second base. I'll never forget it. I consider my garden, Millie's Gardens, a folk garden. And that's because of old-fashioned plants and all of the, quote, art of things that people threw away that I take and incorporated artistically with the plants and with the blooms.
I've got connections in the garden writer world because that's what I do professionally. When I took Southern Living people and HDTV by to meet Dirt, he's on his own. You know, they snagged on him instantly. He's been to Southern Living twice. That's unheard of.
I like plants that you usually get from somebody else and pass along and stuff, and people now want you to go to garden centers to get everything. And you get it from, this came from cuttings and stuff. Most of the stuff is from cuttings from people. And I don't even drive or own a vehicle neither.
Oh, wow.
But I love flowers, though, and I'll bribe somebody. Most people, the majority of the folks, are blown away in a good way that they're highly impressed that the plants that I have are plants that they grew up with their parents and their grandparents.
What'd you say this was?
That's summer flock. Folks have gotten told away from doing the old way of passing plants along.
Only Mama gets hold on to that or you want to.
Now, you don't get little cuttings. People do not plant an oak tree to say, oh, Grandpa put that in, or a pecan tree to say, Granddad, Grandma didn't put that in. Like my hydrangeas, my great-grandparents put in. And people took cuttings, and hopefully family members of mine would take cuttings of the hydrangeas, because it goes back.
Oh, I got a rose.
And this is for your mom. I'm the type who likes to share and switch and go to somebody else who's growing plants at home.
Now, I love these.
What
Now, that's pretty.
Potato vine?
Not potato, we're down south, we're in Mississippi. Tater.
Tater.
Tater vine. Tater vine. Please send some other folks. Tell them that I'm not a monster and I love flowers. I'm just a nut for them, that's all. It's another way of humans getting along. Just like they say, music helps to heal. Same thing with gardening. Because it crosses all lines. It does. It crosses all lines.
Dirt spent a lot of time outside the South, so did I. And we came home and realized that our people, our neighbors, our family, our friends, need to lighten up on ourselves a little bit. And we found a good vehicle. Dirt helps me to realize that it's not about rules, it's about enjoying. No matter if you like to mow grass or grow roses, enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, find something else. Anybody can call us on the radio and we're going to help them feel comfort. We may wag our fingers in their face about some things they're doing that aren't fun, but our idea is to help people connect and have fun and relax and share. And he's helped me do that through gardening.